Hi everyone, it's Marielle. Today is our day 5 manifestation challenge, and I'm going to give everyone a little bit to sign on. I know we were supposed to do our manifestation challenge from Tulum, but we were in the middle of the jungle next to the ocean. Our Wi-Fi was kind of sketchy, and things were happening, all kinds of stuff. So before I get started, I thought I would come on. I don't know. I see some of you guys are starting to come on. Yay! Hi guys. Hi Tracy. Let's see Maya. Dusty. Yay! So excited. All right. So before I start on the manifestation on our 5th day, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what happened in Tulum. All right. So it was 9 girls, and it was completely having this retreat was a vision of mine that I came up with. I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a really long time. Ask Brandon, my BFF. Been thinking about it for a long time, and it was in my plan. Every year I keep putting it off, right? But it's just kind of been there. So as we're talking about manifestation, I want to tell you guys a story and how this manifested. So I've always I love having a good time. If you hang out with me, you know that I love to dance and I love to have a good time. I love my wine. I love expensive vacations. I love, I like the good life. I have to say that. That's the selfish part of me. And I used to be, ashamed of saying that, or I felt like a snob or whatever, and I don't anymore because it's just part of who I am. And I equally love to meditate and be a hermit and write and read and think. So I like doing both of those things, right? So I always envisioned this retreat that was going to combine both of these things, that was going to be so fun and spiritually productive at the same time. And I noticed that there was kind of like a void in the market. There was either wellness retreats where you go on a silence retreat or a yoga retreat. And for me, I really wanted to combine both. So I had this vision. And then one day I met up with a girlfriend of mine, a good friend, my friend Cindy, who you will see around here in the Selfish Society. And I was telling her about this vision. We just randomly got together for a glass of wine. And I said, you know what, I think I want to do this like in February or March when everyone is super cold and ready to get out of here, right? And she's like, oh, that's really cool. The next day, Cindy, when you meet her, you will know why she did this. She calls me. She's like, you know what? I have the perfect location for your retreat. I have it all planned out for you. So I was like, what? That's kind of crazy. So it was almost like the universe was putting it in my, like, on a silver platter here. This isn't silver, but it was like right there. And all I needed to do was kind of step into it. And I was scared. I was scared shitless, to be honest with you, because I'm busy right now. I have a ton of clients. I have some new programs I'm working on, things that I'm launching. And so I was like, this is a commitment. Like, if we do this, it's going to be, I'm going to have to fill it. I'm going to have to give it the attention that I don't know that I have. So any normal human being would have probably said, I'm not doing that. That's way too much commitment. Like it's just not the right timing. But I knew that I had put this out in the universe, and that it was sitting right there in front of me. So through the years, I've learned to understand the signs and to kind of look for the signs. And it was just a clear sign to me that the universe wanted me to do this. It was just right there, right? So we put it together, and since it was our very first selfish retreat, I had done a retreat once before, but this was like a selfish retreat, right? It was supposed to have all of the ingredients that I think are selfish, which are fun, structure, no structure, cocktails, adventure, a lot of spiritual breakthroughs, like all of it at once. So since I realized that this was something that the universe was kind of leading on its own, and I was just going to say okay to it, I said yes. I know a lot of you are in that in that time in your life where you're starting to say yes to things. So that was me saying yes. So we designed it to have non-structure within a structure. So we kind of went with the flow. I knew what I wanted to teach. But it was totally out of everyone's comfort zones in a good way. We didn't have it at a normal place. We actually had it in this place that I actually took my hubby to last year for his birthday in Tulum, it was totally 100% glamping. So it was literally nestled in the middle of the jungle. Everyone's room was a very high-end air-conditioned tent. You were showering outside. It was just really, as soon as you walked in, you were in another place. And that's why I was thinking, I was like, okay, so Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore, right? That came to mind. So that's what it was. And it just came across, and now after we just got back last night, and now I realize why things happened the way they happened. And I think everyone had such amazing breakthroughs, and you don't always know what's going through people's minds and in their life, but it was almost like the universe brought these 9 girls together, and everyone was going through their own things in life, and everyone had these massive breakthroughs, and I was just so humbled, and I feel so humbled that I was able to do this, and that Cindy helped me put it together, and that everyone made the time to kind of just come together and do it. Humbled because you really don't know who you're working for. My mother used to always say that. She's like, you're working, but you really don't know what your actions, what kind of ripples they're going to have in other people's lives, and what kind of what impact those ripples are going to have in the people in their life. So you just never know. You never really know who you're working for, right? So with that said, that's how the Selfish Retreat happened, and that's the story. And we're going to do it again, and we're super excited. In fact, we're going to continue the learning, which I'll tell you a little bit more about. So that's how it happened. So it brings me to today. I wanted to do the Facebook Live for our very last day 5 challenge from Tulum, but we were nestled in the middle of the jungle next to the ocean, and it was kind of crazy. So just a couple things that we did. We did a mud bath. So there was like this ritual mud thing that we did, and we were prayed over by a shaman, and we did a full moon ceremony. We actually did some other crazy things. I don't know if I should say, but we had so much fun, so many adventures. And it was just one of those unforgettable, magical trips that I've ever taken in my life. So with that, I want to tell you, let's go ahead and get started with our day 5 challenge. So, we've talked a little bit about the different steps in my formula to manifesting whatever it is that you want. No, you don't have to be a special human being to be able to manifest on demand. All you have to be is you, and you have to be as you can possibly be. That's the key, okay? But the last thing, the very last step in my formula is being able to put yourself in a position of receiving, okay? Women, we suck at it. We suck at receiving, I don't know why. I think it's got to do with the way we've been programmed in the last few centuries to receive. It's even hard to receive compliments. And it's almost like, even for myself, it's hard to receive compliments. When somebody says, Marielle, you did an awesome job. Oh, I should have done this and I should have done that. When in reality, you just have to put yourself in the position to say, thank you. That's so nice of you to say. You know what? I'll take that compliment. So it's like you have to be able, in order for the universe to give you what you want on demand, you have to put yourself in a position to receive. And we put ourselves in the position to receive whenever we are grateful for what we haven't even gotten yet. I think gratitude is just one of the most magical things in the world. And when I'm feeling shitty, which happens a lot sometimes, I put myself in the position to receive by being grateful that I received what I haven't even received yet, technically. Okay, so it's like gratitude is so magical, and it's such a powerful way to turn a ship around. So that's a great way of putting yourself in the position to receive. Also, being open to just saying yes to what you're receiving, you know, making sure you don't have the blockages within you, that a lot of us subconsciously have those blockages, you know, where we don't feel worthy, we don't feel like we're good enough, we feel like there's just, so we have this perpetual state of perfectionism. So perfectionism, believe it or not, it's not a badass Bob Babe thing. It's not. Perfectionism happens when you don't feel you're good enough. So understanding and being able to catch yourself when you're being that perfectionist. So it's better to get started and do it than not do it. I could have said a million times, oh no, we can't do this retreat because I haven't figured out how the menu is going to go. I haven't figured this out. I haven't figured out that. So we didn't do that. We were like, you know what? This is going to be a structure, but we're going to build a level of serendipity into it, and a level of unstructured time and breakthroughs too. Like, I love putting things together and letting them flow together. So you have to, in order to receive, you have to create space for the universe to send its magic. You know, we could have never really planned what we did the very last night during our full moon ceremony. We went with the flow. We had the ceremony planned, but the little things that happened here and there, the mantras, we burned our intentions, all of these little tiny things, we left space for the universe to fill in these spaces, and it was just magical. So definitely let the universe surprise you. You know, when we try to control everything and perfect everything, we are not in a state of receiving. We're in a state of feeling unworthy, a state of feeling not good enough, and you are good enough right now. So whenever somebody gives you a compliment, say, I'll take it. Thank you so much. Whenever you feel like, you know, when somebody is trying to pay you, don't say, oh, no, I'll just bill you later. No, say, okay, cool. I'll take your credit card now. So that's just the energy that you need to have. Be open to what the universe wants to send you, and let yourself be in that state of receiving, you know. Be grateful. Gratitude. Oh my God, thank you so much that my retreat is already a reality. Thank you so much that my program is already full. Thank you so much. And even if you don't feel like that's true yet, and it might technically not be true, but by being grateful now for what you don't have that you know is coming, is you actually being in faith. So that's what I have for you today. That is the 5th step in my personal manifestation formula. And I am super, super grateful that for everyone that participated. What I'm going to do now is, and if you're watching this on the replay or on the page, I'm going to put all of these steps together for everyone that hasn't seen them all together in one single place. So I'm going to take all these videos, which some of you may even be watching this in that form right now, and put them on one single page so that everyone that wants to learn my personal manifestation formula can. All right. And so what's going to happen next? And I will give you more and more information about it. Following from our Tulum trip, we decided to get together for 12 weeks to explore some deep connections. We eat 12 deep connections that everybody has with the universe. So that's going to happen. We're going to actually start it on November 11, which is 11/11. And I'm super excited. If you are interested in joining us in this exploration of these 12 different areas of life and universal power and gifts that we all have, then comment below or click on the button that you see on this page below, and we're going to do it together as a group. It's not going to be something that's recorded. So we're getting started November 11th. All right. So for everyone else, go out there, have an amazing, amazing week, manifest whatever the heck you want. on demand. Follow these steps, do it organically. You don't have to be perfect at every single step. You always just have to know what they are and keep going back, creating those anchors, you know, acting from the future, acting in the present as if you were already in the future, and always being in a perpetual state of receiving. All right, so you are a badass, and I am super, super excited that you were able to go through this journey with me, and I'm super excited to share with you everything else I have under my sweater. All right, so that's all I got for you today. Peace out.